But if you are a mum or a pensioner or an angry racist, you can now watch my videos on Facebook. What an advert. Hey, racists, have I got a treat for you? Oh, my word. Something new for you to shout at. But it's facebook.com/LOLLUJO. I've not logged into Facebook for 3 years, so don't expect to find me there. But I think it's... Oh, I'm terrible. It took me a long time to learn Topher's name, and then I changed it. I think he's called Lewis. Hold on, what's his name? Lewis will be posting... I'm awful. I hope he's not here. Lewis, if you're here, I'm sorry. We are going to... Yeah, the Wembley videos will be appearing on Facebook. It's all being managed by Lewis. So if you're over there, say hello to Lewis, because he might reply. I'm just looking at today's resubs. The first one is somebody called Lewis. I really hope it's not this. Lewis, who's done 17 months. I hope you're not the same, Lewis. Right, this is supposed to be the season we get ourselves into Europe, but form has taken a little bit of a turn. So I'm here to turn this ship around. If you weren't here the other day, look how bad form has become. Although, so our form's been rotten, but we did put 5 past Dunfermline. Are they rubbish? Ah, okay, they're rubbish. That explains that. It was because Crichlow was injured, wasn't it? So the last time we won, was Crichlow in the team for St Mirren? No. When did Crichlow get injured? Because we were right up the top of the league at the start of the season after 2 games. Yeah, so Crichlow played then. Did he play against Motherwell? No. So Crichlow was here for the first 2 games that we won. And then he came back for... So actually, we're unbeaten with Brendan Crichlow in the team. So that's the way to put a positive spin on it. We've moved to a controlled possession tactic. Ugh. Whose idea was that? I mean, it seems it worked. We got a draw against Aberdeen as well. Okay. Past Kev knows his onions. Control possession. Yeah. Does Past Kev know this is Scotland? Does he remember how windy it was in East Fife? Control possession. Right, let's do a football goal. Look at this. Control possession, short corners. Crichlow, our big striker, coming short for them. We have lost our minds. It didn't work either. After all, if we'd have scored from it, then it would have been okay. But to do all that and then not even score from it is a little disappointing. Here we go, look. Here we go. Critchlow's in. There's a football goal. Come on, then. We've controlled possession. We've bided our time. We've taken our chance. We're going to win the flipping league. Lovely stuff. It is helpful having Crichlow back. Oh, please don't concede a last-minute equaliser. That would be very upsetting. We've played very well today. And now we're going to be done by a rascal kick. Oh! Milan versus Roma. Obviously, Roma win. I do like Roma. Is Tammy playing? That was a really realistic tweet. I can just imagine Henry Prevel tweeting that in real life. 4231 DMAM wide is the source of all entertainment. I think I might tweet that myself, actually. It's proper football speak. It's how footballers tweet. Football fans. From now on, I'm basically being a mum now. I am embracing Facebook. From now on, people who like football, I'm going to refer to them as footballers. That feels like a way of describing someone that's never been used before. That's how footballers tweet. Controlling possession. Who knew? Look at us, up to 5th. Beating Rangers. Beating Rangers with 61% possession as well. Where has this version of East Fife come from, boys and girls? We were on a losing streak and just decided to become the Scottish Man City out of nowhere. And apparently you can just decide that and you don't need to sign anyone new. You can just do it with the players you've got. What a turnaround. That'll do nicely. I mean, I haven't actually tried it on FM24, so it could be that there's some kind of magical different thing in FM24 that means it works. But I think this is the first time I've played a low-tempo tactic in about 3 FMs. So, I mean, it's only slightly lower tempo, but usually I'm the high tempo guy. Or just lose to Hibs now and then have to change back to a gegenpress. Have we used a gegenpress in this save? We probably have, haven't we? Early on, we used the not gegenpress, which was quite similar. Right, come on, let's do a football. Yeah, they're trying to knock the ball around as well. It's two footballing teams trying to out-football each other. They're clearly better at football than we are. Offside, referee. Hideous. Absolutely hideous. I officially gave up on the idea of power line adapters as well. Got some Wi-Fi boosters. We've got Wi-Fi boosters all across the house now, and we do have very solid internet all around the house. So Anna's room will be ready to stream from by next week. Just need to set up the camera, microphone, lights and stuff probably tomorrow. But setting up all these Wi-Fi boosters was one of my jobs for today. Come on, Brendan. I wouldn't say power line adapters are dodgy. I used them in the garage for years and they were fine. Oh, look at us go. We're going to do it. We're going to score here. We're going to score here. Come on, boys. Do a football. Look at us just knocking the ball around. We want to pass it in. Oh, my word. We passed it in. Come on, then. We're suddenly good. Come on, then. Let's do a football. I mean, with this new control possession system, we are doing way more footballs because everything looks like football. Look at us, just picking our passes, finding our man, everyone's in space, short passes. It's beautiful football to watch. We don't just do a football anymore, we do a beautiful football. And we're still capable of crossing into Crichlow. Right, come on in, shoot. Or pass through to Crichlow, that works. Flag stayed down. Is the referee fingering himself? I don't think he is. I think that was just a wonderful goal. Lovely stuff. Lennon Miller is loving this system. Look at the space he's got there and just picks the perfect pass. Crichlow times his run to perfection. Beautiful stuff. We just bide our time. We knew it was coming. I was more worried than they were. I need to chill out. They're good. They're good boys. I've never before, I don't think, had such a good run in FM where we never looked like losing, but at the same time weren't thumping anyone. Almost all of them are just, we're doing the bare minimum and then moving on. And Critchlow's just scoring for fun. He's having a lovely time this season. But we don't look dominant and incredible. But maybe we don't need to be dominant and incredible. Look at us up at 4th in the league. Right, come on. Let's beat Celtic. Wouldn't that be a thing? We're probably not going to beat them, but imagine if we did. It took me less than an hour, and most of that was sat in traffic. Oh, look at the space for Miller! Come on! What a goal! Lennon Miller's a new man. He loves this system. The amount of space he gets. Boys and girls, we've just come to Celtic and beaten them. That is how you do it. Very, very proud of you today, gentlemen. 10 games unbeaten with the new system. Oof, what a Christmas present that was. Right, do we start dreaming of winning the league now? Or are we still just happy with the Conference League? We're still 10 points behind Celtic. So now we face second place Ertz. We've got someone joining us on the 1st of July. Who the hell are you? John Parker. Oh, he's the guy who spent his entire career in Argentina despite being English and born in Durham, which is also near West Ham, I think. East Ham has a tube station. West Ham has a DLR station. That was problematic. The good form ends here. Right, here we go. Take your time, boys. There's no rush. Do what's got us here. That's it. Knock it around. Wait for the spaces to open up. There we go. That's beautiful from Ryan. What a goal. Oh, he's another one who could share names with Lennon Miller. That was beautiful. Ern signed as a centre-back, by the way. I think having him in midfield all this time has been a huge difference maker. He's just added a bit of defensive oomph in there. But he was signed to play centre-back. Ryan's off again. Bridge Wilkinson's here. Come on. Football o'clock, boys and girls. Right, Crichlow. For the first time ever, I'm actually thinking we do try and extend that release clause because he's so important and we're on the verge of qualifying for Europe. So we really don't want anyone coming in and paying his release clause now. So let's take it out. See how much he's really worth. Even at the start of this season, we'd have been very keen for someone to come and pay that clause, but he's been so instrumental in this turnaround of form. Oh dear. Right, Hearn can play right back. Let's get him back there. We do lose something in mid. Oh, we don't have a midfielder now. Right, Dennis is going to come in midfield. I'm going to have to swap those two over and do that. It's not ideal, but it's better than playing someone who's failed his fitness test. Yeah, as I was saying, we wouldn't have to... I think even with a Tycoon takeover now, with the amount of weeks that I'm going to be missing for various trips, and only streaming 2 or 3 times a week, I think this would get us through to the end of the summer and FIFA time easily. We could string it out. I've promised myself I'm not starting another FM24 save now. In fact, is Williams training to play DM? Because he should be as well. Because again, this is absurd. He can play centre-back, he can play centre-mid, can't play defensive midfield. How is that a thing? How is that even possible, Football Manager? Obviously, he can play defensive midfield. Come on! Lovely, lovely, lovely. I mean, we'll say it quietly because it's still very early in the season and we don't want the game to hear and punish me for thinking it. But if we could make it into the Champions League this season, imagine the money that would be as good as a Tycoon takeover. Right, so Owen's fit again, which is jolly good. Let's go beat Motherwell. When Tor got 2 teams I had to manage. Oh yeah, maybe I did. That doesn't I don't think that's really what they mean though, is it? I think the 6th or 7th best Premier League team is always going to be way ahead of the other teams that make it into the Conference League, I think. I think it's going to be a pretty common thing having an English team win the Conference League, to the point where I think it'll be considered a bit of a failure if you're the English team in it and you don't win it. Don't know about that. Man United will likely be in the Conference League next season. Yeah, and they're going to be better than most of the other teams in it, aren't they? Celtic brought in Gravenberch, did they? That's a problem. We couldn't pay £9,000 to sign a right back off of Hearts. But Celtic can bring in Gravenberch. Great. So if we beat Hearts, we play Rangers in the quarterfinal. We don't really care about the cup. I don't mind getting knocked out here, because it then frees us up for focusing on the league and all that. But I am aware we've still not lost a game since we switched systems. Haven't lost a game all evening. Don't really want to start losing now. Fallout 4 current gen update coming out end of April. Guess that's a reason to play it. I'd wish they would focus their time and effort on making a new one rather than making a TV show and updating the 8-year-old one. Maybe a nice... Anna's birthday's on the 4th of May. Maybe a nice little birthday present would be a Steam Deck with new Fallout on it for her to play in Lanzarote. You can just buy Steam Decks instantly now, can't you? You don't have to wait a year like I had to. But it is mad that so that Xbox 360 generation, we got 2 Elder Scrolls games and 2 Fallout games. And we're now 2 generations later and we've not had either of them since. I know we did have a Fallout. Fallout 4 came out on last gen, didn't it? So we've had 1 game. After 4 on the previous generation, we've still not had one on this generation. I don't count the stupid MMO versions that he did for both of them. Why are they unhappy about... I mean, we're third, fourth in the league, wherever we are. Why do they care about the Scottish Cup? What a bunch of wallies. Why do you care? You're so stupid sometimes. They're very disappointed. Yeah, well, you also consider me untouchable. And I'm getting an A on the board feedback because we're doing so well. We're supposed to avoid relegation and we're pushing for the Champions League. Don't be an idiot. What promise has not been kept? I didn't promise that. Oh, you're such an idiot. I didn't promise that at all. I promised that for next season. How have I already failed it? I just promised it for next year. This game is so broken. Now, because of that little mutiny that we've just had, we're going to lose to Rangers. So stupid. That's our best player who's now in a mood. For absolutely no logical reason. Because he's annoyed that we've failed an objective that we haven't had the opportunity to attempt yet. And now we've lost our only attacking midfielder because we've just sold the other one. Right, I imagine we now see the wheels come off. We're going to lose to Rangers and it's all downhill from here. Give me 3 matches, we'll be back playing our old system again. Oh, Abaldo's not left yet. So he doesn't actually leave until the summer. Okay. Well, that's handy then. At least we've still got an attacking midfielder, so I guess that's one thing. I thought we had to figure out a way to get around not having him. Miller trying the ball over the top for Crichlow. Critchlow's in! Critchlow's in! There's the mistake we were waiting for! Come on! Perfectly executed game plan so far. Keep the ball, keep the ball, keep the ball. Frustrate them, wait for the mistake, then capitalise on it. It's beautiful. Lovely stuff. And that will put us above us as things put us above them as things stand. Right, come on. Let's have a sneaky little second one. Because Rangers are committing men forward now. We're going to get chances. Critchlow's in again. He might have been offside for that one. Come on, ref. You know what to do. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Now they've really got to attack us and we'll get even more opportunities. What a game plan this is. This is how you do football. I'm completely converted to a low-tempo possession system. Expect to see Wembley doing it soon. Because my tactics always go across both saves. I can't help myself. If I find something that works, I'm going to want to keep doing it. But that's another sensational performance in the league. This is the best run of league form we've had during the entire time at East Fife. This has been spectacular. Ooh, that's not ideal. Jack Ryan out for 2 to 3 months. We're only 7 points behind Celtic. But I guess more importantly, only 2 behind Hearts. And 2 teams get Champions League. Which is what we really want. Right, let's beat Hibs. We all know Southgate will just pick Rashford anyway. I mean, Rashford does play in a different position. To be fair, you probably have to go Kane, Watkins, Tony as the 3 strikers for the Euros regardless, don't you? Come on, boys. Let's get a few goals And then shut up shop nice and early today. Oh, look at us. It's such beautiful football. Put that flag down, linesman. We're having a nice time and you're trying to ruin it with your silly little flag. Who does he even think he is? Rubbish. We could have been 2-0 up in the first 5 minutes there. Here's me, so proud of everything I've done today, and it's just going to be on fire when I go back in there. I'm going to be so confused on Sunday night when I'm back in this save again, because I won't remember how good we've been tonight. And I'm going to load the save up and be like, what the hell? We've not lost in how many games? What have we done? Why is this happening? We're going to get a new RNG. It's going to be horrible. I like this RNG. This one's a fun one. I might just leave the game open. Brendan Crichlow. I guess the more important thing we should be looking at, I know I'm just looking up. It's the instinct, look up. But if we actually look down, we're 14 points clear of 5th place, which is a European qualification spot. 6th place, we're 20 points clear of. So we're almost guaranteed European football at this point. I just hope we get European spending money this summer. That is a 4-0 win, boys and girls. Maybe he's trying to show he's a real manly man. Then he needs to get a knuckle scar and play with his wood all afternoon like I did. It was 14 in Glasgow today. Definitely T-shirt, whatever. Yeah, but you wouldn't still have your T-shirt on now, would you? You'd have your T-shirt on in the day. It's not 14 now in Glasgow. You'd put a hoodie on at this point of the day, surely. I mean, we'll have him because he's a player I've signed before. I know he's good. I am a little confused about why we're going in for him now, though, because presumably that can't go through until the end of the season. So we're arranging a loan for next season in February when we don't even know if we're going to be in Europe or not. It's weird. What a horrible day. Just watched my football team get smashed by a bunch of Italians. Missed out on £160 by a nostril on the horses this afternoon. I only understand half that sentence. I don't think I've ever watched a horse race. Nostril? Oh, now look what's happened. It's all gone wrong. How have we suddenly ended up 4 points behind Hearts again because they're beating Rangers? Rubbish. Well, we didn't lose, so we kept the unbeaten run going. We have been unbeaten in the league for the entire stream. We have just dropped points there. Lennon Miller only had a bruised ankle. Pathetic that he's come off for that. Absolutely pathetic. Rubbish. Right. So, next stream, Sunday night. Look at that for a run. Compared to the run we had in the previous stream. What a contrast. If we'd have done this all year, we'd be top of the league. Can we replay the season?